oh, the 5-year-old FNAF babies are gonna hate me for this one. Nah, I'm just playing. This film was trash though, and I make no apologies for saying that. I don't take any pleasure in it because I desperately want video game films to be good, but it's just such a hard thing to adapt. I feel that maybe partly because when you watch a film or read a book or listen to a tale, you are an inactive observer of another world, so the stories are designed to accommodate that. But with video games, you are the active participant, so when they are translated to a format which requires you to engage with it in an inactive way, it loses its appeal, as that's not its original intention. Why this adaptation would fail in that definition is because the story is too heavily lifted from the games without enough time to fully convert everything that's needed. So instead of a streamlined cinematic experience, you get a car crash of a film that's pulling in several different directions, unsure of what it wants to be. The cameos are also just a distraction and make this feel less like a movie and more like a bad YouTube sketch. And I say that as somebody who was a big fan of game theory. Rest in peace, King. It was super jarring, if also admittedly quite nice, to see MatPat in the film spouting his catchphrase like a pre-show wrestler. It dragged me out of the movie and I was barely into it anyway. The animatronics though are so cool, and the team behind them deserve a lot more praise and recognition than they seem to be getting. Like, genuinely, the Oscars should have found a way to nominate them for something because that was absolutely stellar. I guarantee that if this wasn't both/one of a video game movie and or a horror film, they absolutely would be getting the praise that they deserve. Given that pretty much everything about this film is fine, my main complaints boil down to two things. I've already alluded to the fact that I think the story is unfocused and prime garbage, and I won't get into that because I simply don't want to dedicate the time to that in this video. But also the film is so horrid to look at. I don't mean that the cinematography is bad or that it's badly staged or the people on the camera are gross or ugly or anything. I just mean that the film is ugly in a way that I do not feel was entirely intentional. Obviously with a horror film it's going to look more gritty, grungy and dirty, but this is off-putting to look at. All in all, the fact that this isn't the worst Blumhouse film of the year is concerning, but it doesn't mean it's any good.